Hey there, this is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. Right, it's the next day after the allotment video that I made yesterday, and I thought I'd come back down here and spend the day here. Fortunately the sun is shining and we've got some blue sky, so I'm quite impressed with that. It's not completely clear, but at least it's not raining. Did I just tempt fate there? Okay, what I've decided to do today is get rid of all those weeds that I mentioned in the last video, and really sort of spend some time down here and get some work done. And this is what I've got so far. Now I've decided to completely clear that basil bed because basil just wasn't coming through, so that's now clear, and I'm going to probably put a single tomato there. I might add a little bit more soil and then put a tomato there, because that's about the same depth as a regular grow bag, and you can grow tomatoes in grow bags, so hopefully I should do okay with the tomato there. I've gone right through all of the lettuce and got rid of all the stinging nettles and the lamb's quarters. Now I did actually taste a lamb's quarter leaf and I didn't like it. It had a bit of a soapy taste to it, so I wasn't actually that impressed, so I just got rid of all the lamb's quarter. Oh, apart from, no, that's not lamb's quarter, but that's a weed. So and also the radish have now completely finished, and obviously I didn't plant those as radish, I planted them as spring onions, but they came up as radish. Also looks like something's having a little go at my coriander. The coriander's just not looking very happy. It's all getting curly leaves, and I saw a couple of little slug trails earlier, so I'm not quite sure. I think I'll put a few slug pellets down there just to be on the safe side. But the parsley's all been thinned out from the weeds, and that's looking okay, and same as the sweet basil. There's not a huge amount of sweet basil there, but I do understand, as because last year I sowed basil and it took ages to grow, but it's really nice with tomato, so hopefully when the tomatoes get going and produce tomatoes, I'll have basil to go with them. Now in the radish bed, I've been randomly trying some of these radishes, but they've all gone over. They're all very, very woody and tough and not very nice at all. So I'm going to clear this bed. There's a little bit of a lesson there. I sort of knew this lesson, but I just didn't do it. If you want radish, what you need to do is plant small numbers, little and often. So what I should have been doing was perhaps starting at one side of the bed and sowing just a small number of radish, and then a couple of weeks later another row, and then a couple of weeks later another row, and that way you'll have a constantly ongoing crop, so you'll be able to harvest radishes throughout the growing season. Now I have to admit, I've sort of gone off radishes. I've had more than my fair share of radishes over the last couple of weeks, and I've sort of gone right off them. So I think what I'm going to do once again is I'm going to grow tomatoes in this bed. So I'll probably get 3 good sized tomatoes in there. I could push it to 4, but I think I'll stick with 3, and I'll have 1, 2 and 1 at the front here. Now the only problem with growing tomatoes, which I found out last year, is when you grow a big plant up front and then you've got other plants behind, it's really awkward to get to the plants at the back. So maybe I should rethink that and just have 2 tomatoes at the back and then something else down here. I'll have a look. I brought all my seeds with me today, so I'll have a look and see what's what. This I'm going to leave today. I should pull out any of the weeds that I spot, but I'm going to leave this because I'm still harvesting from the salad greens, and although they've actually bolted, you can still eat the leaves. So I'm going to keep harvesting from here until such a time as all the salad leaves in here come up, at which point I can then clear that bed and then grow something else. Same goes for the kale. I'll just have a little dabble through today and just pull out things like the stinging nettles here, and the lamb's quarters, which I've got here. And once again, I'm continuously thinning these down and taking them home and using them whole in my banana milkshakes, which are very nice. Okay, I'll carry on and come back. Right, there we go. That's the radish bed cleared and the weeding done, and also I've done the weeding out here. It's very simple to do. It's just a case of disturbing all the weeds that are around the actual main plant. I haven't done it there because it's a bit tight, and I can't really get in there, and this bed's not going to be here for much longer anyway. With this I'm going to redo that bed, so, but all the rest, where the carrots are, I've just disturbed all of the hundreds of weeds that were coming up. Now I had this exact problem last year on this entire site. You may remember from some of my previous videos, I had really nicely ploughed, you know, sort of really lovely soil, and then as soon as the really, you know, intense growing bit got underway, everything ended up getting absolutely covered in this type of weed, and before you know it, everything was green. I'll see if I can dig out a bit of footage and show it to you here. So I'm going to try to stay on top of the weeds this year. So I've gone round and disturbed all of the weeds around my cabbages. I need to get a net on there in a minute. Now this, it looked like this over there. Now the problem is, I know I've planted wild rocket in this side, but I don't know what wild rocket looks like, so I've just had to leave it for now, but hopefully I can come back to it once I identify the wild rocket. I'll be able to identify the weeds and take them out. Same goes for here, right the way along. We've just disturbed all of the weeds. Most of it I just did with gloved hands, you know, just kind of picking everything out with my fingers like this, and hopefully you know, it'll give the main plants a fighting chance, and if the weeds just come back again, I'll just do it all again. Same for the garlic and the strawberries and the onions. The whole thing took about, I don't know, 45 minutes. So if I do that, I don't know, every once a month or so as required, I don't think weeds are going to be an issue this year. But I have to state, it's really good working in just a small area like this, because before, when you look at an entire area covered in weeds, it's so daunting, you just don't know where to start, and it's a case of you look at it and you think, you know, you don't even know where to begin, and you just don't do it, you don't touch it. But now I'm working in little small areas, it's so much easier to manage. So that's another thumbs up for the whole growing above ground thing. Hello, I've got a little beetle sat on the camera. Oh, he's flown off. Little black tiny shiny beetle with wings. I don't know if they're a good sign or a bad sign. I know some beetles are good because they're predators and they take out the bad guys, but obviously some beetles are going to take out your produce as well, so I should keep an eye on things there. Brought one of my smoothers along with me. This is it looks disgusting, but it's actually very nice. It's basically in a blender. I've put banana, kale, a whole bag of spinach and a few blueberries, and just mix them up, and a couple of dates as well, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. And highly nutritious, not fattening in any way, shape or form, and tastes absolutely fine. Mason jars are great for carrying this stuff around with you, but you have to get the plastic lids, because if you use the metal ones, some of the ingredients that you use in smoothies can be corrosive to the lids because they're metal. So I've managed to find some plastic ones on eBay, I think. Had to ship them in from the States, but they're really good. Cheers. The other thing, you get a lot of can't find them now. No, it's gone. You get some fibres, like little wiry hairs. That's from the stems of the, I think it's from the stems of the kale, where the kale's sort of growing up. And the other thing, if you ever do take a mason jar with you, I learned this last year on one of my videos, if you drink from it, if that part of the jar touches your nose, it normally ends up leaving a little trail of whatever it is you're drinking on your nose, so you have to wipe your nose off. So there we go. Right, I've just spent the last I don't know, probably half an hour, 40 minutes planting up some strawberries. Yeah, I'll show you. I managed to find my little tripod. I forgot I'd actually bought a tripod and left it, just a cheapy little thing, at the site, so if ever I needed one I could use it. Okay, what we got here is some strawberry plants in the pallet planter, and I've literally, all I did was I actually had 2 bags of strawberries down there, and I literally just cut out the strawberries from the bag that was here and planted them over there. So I'm hoping, obviously height of the summer, we're going to be getting, you know, a nice cascade of strawberries tumbling down there, with of course the night scented stock on the top. So it should be hopefully quite a nice feature. So there we go, turn a rotten old pallet into something that could be quite pleasant, hopefully, and useful, functional too. If you want details on how to make this, if you haven't already seen it, about 2 videos back I think I showed you how to make one of these. So there we go. Now I should say that I've last night I filmed the gardening video, which I put up yesterday. Obviously today I'm videoing this video, but a couple of days before that I did a walk video in Savanac. I was going for a walk in Savanac, and I was just basically it was a video log, and I was just basically you know, saying what's going on in Rick World, and I did get some really lots and lots of kind comments, and I really just want to say a quick thank you. You know, I read every comment that I get, even though I don't have the time to reply to them all, but it does mean a lot to me. A lot of what people say is very, very kind, very encouraging, and there's always a lot of useful information as well, lots of tips and things, which I find really invaluable. And this is why I love tapping the wisdom of the crowd, as it were, you know, drawing on other people's experiences. But yeah, that last video there was some particularly kind comments, so you know, I just want to say thanks, and I really do appreciate them. Right, just putting a new pair of gloves on. That's the beauty of these gloves. You can wash them and use them again. They don't come out this white after you've washed them. They're normally a bit stained, but they're perfectly usable again, which is rather good. Right, I'm going to. I was thinking about doing planting out those runner beans today, but I think I'm going to give them a little bit more time in these names to get a little bit more established in these little modules. Same goes for the French beans. I think I'll probably plant the French beans indoors because I haven't had much luck with the French beans outside in previous, or in the last year, so we'll see. I'll maybe do a bit of both, but I think right now I need to plant these tomato plants. So I'm gonna put a couple in there, possibly one there, although I'm gonna have a look at my packet of seeds and see what else I've got, and I'm gonna put one over there. Once again, I've got that problem where I've got to sort of get in there and dig these things out. I really must next year put these in individual modules. And that one's stuck together. Oh, it's come apart. Okay, there we go. It's a nice healthy plant there, and that one is looking good. A little bit smaller. Well, I decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to put about 4 in, and because I've got so many here, and then I'll cut away the smallest ones after a little while. Now it doesn't look like a lot, but obviously once these plants grow up, they're going to be pretty big. So I'm not going to have them at the front here, because obviously I'm going to have to lean over them to get to the ones at the back, so I'll put something low down here. Not sure yet, but well, not sure what that'll be, but I'll figure it out. Maybe some more strawberries perhaps. There's a thought. Once again, because I haven't got any proper soil, I'm using some of that mud from in there, which is from the ground, topping it up with some compost from the compost heap, and I'm also adding in some of this rock dust, just to give it some nutrients. I need a little scoop for that, really. I haven't got one. Try not to get the sleeve dirty. Mixing it up, and then this is going to be I'm going to grow tomatoes in like large containers, So this is going to be the filling for one of the containers. Now, bearing in mind how tomato plants grow in grow bags, I'm assuming that they don't have to be very deep. So you know, I don't need to use it, like for example, if I want to use like this bucket, I don't believe I have to fill it right up. Obviously it might be a bit of an issue with the light getting to it if the plant's down there, but I don't think that's going to be a massive problem. So I'm going to do a little bit of an experiment here. I'm only going to fill this up probably to about there, which will be more than the volume of a grow bag. And then I'm just going to put a single tomato in there and just see how it does. And I've got a feeling it might do quite well actually, but we'll see if I can get the soil into it without it getting too messy. There we go. So that's all I'm going to use, and I'll whack one of those moneymaker tomatoes in there, and hopefully it'll do all right. We'll see. Let's pick a nice one. Let's see. Not sure if you can see that. Hopefully you can. Let's pick a nice. There's a nice one. But be very careful not to handle them by the blossoms, but handle them by the leaves, not the stems. There we go. Now, because I'm going to be growing this in the polytunnel, I'm not going to be putting. I shan't put a hole in this because this stuff's going to dry out pretty quickly anyway. Actually, I'm just trying to think. Maybe it would be a good idea. I don't know, because I've got all of the big blue containers here. None of them have got holes in them because everything dries out so quickly when the sun comes out. And obviously, as long as I don't overwater everything, we should be fine. So I'll see how I go without holes in this, but if I need to put holes in, if I find I need to put holes in later, I'll do it. Just got to find a home for it now. Right then, that's pretty much it for now. I've managed to, like I say, get those 4 planted in there. I've also got that tomato plant planted there, another tomato back there, tomato, got strawberry. I brought the strawberry planter forward and put the tomato back there because obviously the tomato is going to grow taller than the strawberry, so I don't want to fight the tomato plant to get the strawberry. Got another one there, so I've seriously been planting tomatoes today. Another 2 back there, another one back there, and I'll probably put 1 or 2. I've got 1 in there at the moment, but I'll probably next time I'm here put another one at the back there, and I may even put 1 at the back, possibly of each pool, because it's you know, it's not really going to be a problem. There's plenty of space there, but I should do that next time. All I've got to do now is just do a little bit of watering. I did a big harvest yesterday, so I've got a fridge full of produce at the moment, so I'm not going to harvest anything more today. But yeah, all in all, been quite a successful little day. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, so I'm going to go home. I have lots of new YouTube videos to watch, which I'm really looking forward to. What I generally do now is I'll sit down and I'll watch I watch YouTube videos on the big screen. I've got a little PlayStation with an app on it, and it plays them in full HD on the big screen, so I really kind of enjoy watching YouTube videos now. So what I do is I kind of save at the moment, so I'll make a cup of tea and I'll settle down, and then I'll go through all of my the videos from my subscribers that I watch. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and then I'm going to chill out for the rest of the day, have my 20-minute chill out time, meditation time. If you are into guided meditations and stuff, you probably already know, but if you don't, I've got another channel called, it's a really cheesy name, called The Honest Guys, and we've got some really calming guided meditations on there, so do feel free to swing over there and have a listen. We're building up quite a collection of them now, and I'm hoping to start churning them out a little bit more, so that could be good. Okay, that really is it, guys. I'm out of here. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.